Yes, hello, my name is Gordon Byron, and I'm the author of a new book series called The Superspecies. And it comes in a four-part series. It's Superspecies 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what it is it's a science fiction fantasy story about a bear species that has been genetically modified, among other animals too, but primarily there's one doctor in the book. His name is Dr. Intinman. He is the research director of a program to alter different animals, and he works on bears, which actually the project goes a little bit awry, goes a little bit amiss, and they start actually developing a sort of human-like intelligence, and then viewing man as a competitor, human beings as a competitor for their environment on their, in their niche, their habitat in their niche. So start viewing them, and so start going on the attack against them. So the book opens up with a forest ranger who gets up in the morning, and he's driving to his job, and he discovers, well, he's driving at night, and he discovers a truck at the bottom of a hill. And excuse me, it's in the morning. Yeah, he's driving, and he finds a truck at the bottom of a hill, and then he finds out that there's nobody in the truck, in the SUV. And then he does a search for them and finds out eventually that a young girl has been kidnapped. She's kidnapped by a grizzly bear, which it takes her all over the forest, and there's this massive hunt for her in the forest, and they eventually find her, and there's like a big battle between actually an in-group battle between the bears, because they are actually fighting against another bear who's just really gone insane. And he happens to be one of the bears that has been altered. And then, so it goes through a series, it goes through a four-part series where it talks about the differences, the problems that they have, and the differences between the personalities in the project, the researchers and the rangers in the forest they're working at. So the very high-minded, ivory tower sort of people, who think only in terms of, vast theories. And then the ordinary people, the ordinary sort of down-to-earth people, the rangers themselves, or the people that work in, the non-scientific jobs, that view things from, in some ways from a more practical perspective. And then you have that in the background, you have these highly intelligent animals, these altered animals that are, that are trying to survive. At the same time, they're very good at hiding and eluding the their hunters, the people that are hunting them down in very creative ways. And then they're also there. You have groups of people fighting to save them, like animal rights people that are trying to save these animals that don't really realize who they are. Or what they are, how dangerous they are, because it's actually a secret program, and you can't really tell them about this. So you have these animal rights groups that are fighting to save them, while the researchers themselves and government agencies and things like that are kind of seeking to get rid of them. So you have it's an intense amount of conflict going on in the novel between different groups. Some that actually are very very informed and understand what's going on, and others who don't. And then so you have this epic battle sort of between these different groups, the scientific and the unscientific, and the ones that understand what the animals are all about, and other people who don't really understand what they're about. So it kind of winds up into, and it's also a personal story between basically a forest ranger. The main character's name is Jack Falcon, and he is the forest ranger in White River National Forest in Colorado. And he is the one who discovers the abandoned SUV at the bottom of a hill, and which ensues the story, which begins the story. So it continues like that. And what I'm going to do on this channel is I'm going to actually do some audiobook reading. I'm just going to read the novel to hopefully spark some interest in it. It's a newer novel. I've been working on and revising it for quite a while, so hopefully this story theme interests you. And anyway, my name is, this is Gordon Byron. That is my pseudonym. I hope you will. I'll put a link to the video down at the bottom. To the video. Put a link to the book down in the bottom. The Superspecies 1. And it's a 4-part series, Superspecies 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's quite a long story, but yeah. Anyway, so I hope you look into it. I hope it's something that interests you. Again, I'm the author. This is a novel I've been working on for many years, and I think it's a fairly good story. I'm not vouching for myself as the greatest, the end all be all of writers, but certainly give it a look, and if this is something, this theme, this something that interests you, then certainly look into it. Anyway, so thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.